Hey, we're here in southwest Oklahoma on a nearly overcast day. We can still see a little bit of the shadows, and a very windy day in southwest Oklahoma. And what we want to do is we want to show you where we're at on our sundial. If you'll notice in the book of Enoch, it talks about equal days and equal nights being on the 31st day of the 6th month and also on the 31st day of the 12th month. We're here today on the 31st day of the 12th month, which would be March the 22nd on your Gregorian calendar. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this, and you can see this is dropped down a little bit below this center mark that we have here, and we're almost at solar noon. We're probably a couple of minutes away from solar noon right here. If you'll notice on our last video, this mark on the 31st day of the 6th month was exactly right here. Now we're maybe a day or 2 days off of that mark based on where it is today. But even with that being that far off, even if it's 2 days off, we're looking at a something that's not a precision tool, that if it's even 2 days off, we're 99.5%, a little less than 99.5% accurate with what we've got here. So it's not going to be completely accurate. It's going to be close to accurate. Of course, we've had this is set out in the weather, and it's made out of pine, and we're going to have a little bit of shrinkage, and one of our arms broke off at one time, and we had to glue it back on. But even at that, we're looking at something that's like I say, 99.5%. So what we're looking out for is that when this line hit the line on our last video, when we videoed our sundial, we showed this exact. It was on the exact day. It was in this crosshair right here. Now we're a little bit below, but if you'll count 182 days between the 31st day of the 6th month, and then 182 days from there until the 31st day of the 12th month, that gives us tomorrow being the first day of Aviv. And we'll see on our we'll see a full moon tomorrow on the first day of Aviv, which that will be on a Wednesday. Your calendar will always be begin on a Wednesday. It'll begin in the middle of the week on Wednesday. And if you'll just check this, you who have have called us and emailed us about sundial plans, what you may want to do is make this maybe out of steel. We have a friend of ours that's making one out of steel that lives about 20 miles from here, and you'll probably be even more accurate. Now, another thing that we may mention is that when you set this up and you line this up with your North Star, just like you're sighting in a rifle, that you don't have any city lights that would skew your, would affect you having a good look at the North Star. Now, we have a city south of us. It's about 100,000 people, but the mountains doesn't let any light come into this area, and this area is really dark. And I checked the map yesterday, and you can look north of here, and you won't see any cities of any size whatsoever clear up into Kansas. And we're about 200 miles south of the Kansas line where we are here. Now, we have a town that's about 40 miles northeast of here. It has about 6,000 population, but you can't see the lights. Like I say, if you'll set these up, you need to set them up in a really dark place, and don't set them up when you've got a moon. It needs to be as dark as as it can possibly be so you can see the North Star. Have a good day, and shalom.